We are back once again with Ignacy Trevicek at Gen Con 2015, and we're going to talk about the Atlanteans expansion for Imperial settlers. Ignacy?
We were last year at this table presenting Imperial settlers, you remember?
Yes, we were. Yes, we do. And I remember losing severely to Keith.
And now, yes, we have Atlanteans expansion. As you guys probably heard, in this expansion we present faction that at the end of the game sinks and they will not score any victory points. So if we can show their cards, normally cards have in this space victory points, they have no victory points here. Yes, these cards are worth no victory points at the end of the game. It's all gone at the end of the game. So aim of this faction is to score as much points as possible during the game. Yes. In terms of team, as I explained this, they will try during the game because they know they are dying. They will try to pass the knowledge to the common villagers. Yes, to give some legacy of their civilization, and they are gone. Yes. So how they do it? They have technology. They have these gears tokens. They represent technology, and they can give this technology to the villagers to make these common cards working better. If they put such a token on a production card, this card will be activated twice during the production phase, which makes it super powerful. If you imagine a card like Watchtower that gives you one card, it will give you two cards. If you imagine cards that give you, for example, one stone for each gray in your empire, in most cases it is 3, it will give you 6, because it will act twice. If they put such token on a feature card, this card will be activated twice, once again. So for example, like these cards which say for each time you build a red location you get victory point and a gold, you will get 2 victory points and 2 gold, yes? So it's so super powerful. And if you put such token on an action card, you can activate this card once again. So standard card may be activated twice, these better cards may be activated 3 times, yes? So basically they are dying, but they are making these common cards working like crazy. What does it mean in the gameplay? During a draft phase, you look at the common cards not as something I will just use to rebuild, but something that will score me. In the Atlanteans deck, among these cards, there is no single card that gives them victory points. No card that exchange something for victory points. No, they are only skills, and all victory points that they can have are only in the common deck. Yes. So for them, this drafting phase is so much important now. Yes, they have to focus and choose the right card because this is the card that will score them points. They have also special technology. It's more advanced, and they have to pay for doing that. And we have such a stuff. If you put such a token on a card, each time the card is activated, it gives you victory point. If you put it on the production phase, it will give you once or twice because you activate twice this card. But if you imagine putting it on some action cards, for example, like castle card that say each time you send a meeple you can send a meeple for a card. With this token, it will say send a meeple for a card and victory point. Yeah. And if you put such a token on this castle, it will say send a meeple for a card and a victory point and do it 3 times. Yes. So these cards begin to be very powerful. They also have this stuff that says this is a permanent shield. So this is a shield that is not discarded during a cleanup phase, because as you can imagine, they are super vulnerable for attacks.
Right.
Because if your opponent knows that you will not score on this side of the board, he will want to kill this part of the board to stop you. So that's why they try to defend villagers and give them this permanent shield. So there will be a lot of permanent shields and all of this stuff, yes? So basically, game changes a lot. Once again, as I promised many months ago, the new faction is not just a new artwork, it is a completely new way of playing. As you play on the common side of the board, you have some super cool things here, but you will score here, you will defend these cards, and you will try to score during the game, because at the end of the game, there's no scoring for you. In the box, you will find 30 cards for Atlanteans. You will find 10 cards for Atlanteans that let you catch up with the Why Can't We Friends expansion. So they have this icon for Why Can't We Friends expansion, so you can start deck building right now from the box. And there is 10 cards for other factions that are called Atlanteans expansion. So they use some of these gears too. So for example, if you buy this, you will play Atlanteans, I can play Romance, but I will take these 10 cards for Romance deck with gears and have fun too, yes, with this technology. and each of these factions, of course, try to do something completely different with this stuff and add to the theme of this particular faction. We have, for example, here barbarians. They can spend the technology enemy pool to destroy your building and their building, because they don't know how this weapon works, but they explode everything. Yeah? So like each faction was a little bit different. For example, we have here Roman faction. They can spend this technology to just put into the play two foundations. So they don't care, just they destroy everything, yes, and they make foundations for building a Rome. Yes? So each faction works a little bit different with these gears. So once again, you have a new faction, one small expansion where can be friends, and 10 cards to each faction, existing faction, to make the building with this stuff.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.